So we've stumbled upon the dreaded odd-shaped cut on vinyl plank flooring. So how do we actually get this done? In this video, I'm going to break it down for you. So check this out here. We got a full plank here. We're going to get this lined up. All right, we need about that much right there. And I've actually laid out the plank in the opposite direction. So I can just go ahead and mark that with my knife. And then I'm going to go ahead and score it and snap it. This is going to give me furthest point to furthest point that I'm going to need on this here. So stay with me. Watch what I'm doing. So I went ahead and scored that. Now I'm just going to go ahead and snap that off. Boom. All right, everything's good. Now we got to line it up. So check this out here. So spun around, that's what we got. All right. Now I'm going to put it in reverse, and I'm going to go ahead and cut it down to size from whatever you want to call it, top to bottom. Let's call it top to bottom. How's that? So we're going to score it this way now. Now we're going to go ahead and snap that off. And when you spin it back around, overall, that is the size we need. But we have an angle and another angle to get. This is where art class comes into effect here. So where the angle first starts to peek in, I'm just going to cut a little notch out of it to mark that off for me. And I know I got to go ahead and cut that triangle out at this point. Now, this is where some people will be like, if you get really specific, you could do this. No, we're not about that. This is like art class here. We're just going to have some fun with it. So I got a dummy template here. I'm going to use that as my straight edge, and we're going to go angle to angle next and give you a better view there so you can see what's good. All right, score it a few times so it'll snap off real easy for us. And take that, pop it off, and then with these really funky cuts, this is when you're going to want a pair of tin snips or a pair of pliers, something like that, because we got to get a little bit intricate with it. So now we're just going to go ahead and score it a little bit more because we know we got to shave it down some more. That's all we're really doing with this here, but check this out. This is where you're going to want the pliers or tin snips. Tin snips are even better in all reality, but snap that off. Now we're going to go ahead and shave it a little bit because we want to make sure when we drop it in, we're good to go. Now this is not a perfect science on this part, but let's see what we got. All right, we got it in place. We're clearly hitting in one more spot here, so get a visual of what needs to be removed. You're going to go ahead and just shave that out a little bit more. And if you had the tin snips, you could just clip, and you're good to go. But we're using pliers in this one. Actually came up on those phenomenal product there. I should be getting paid to promote those, but that's okay. We're not going to do that in this video. And almost there. Shave a little bit more, and then you will be a professional vinyl plank flooring installer. Now, seriously, this stuff is super DIY friendly though. So if you're looking to go ahead and take on your own projects, you got this in the bag. There's tons of videos in the playlist here you could use to go ahead and troubleshoot any situation you may come across. But all in all, super easy to make this happen. Look at me here. Look at it. Are we there? Almost there? One more shaving, or are we just going to force it in there? Yeah, let's shave it one more time. Look at this. This is like DIY for anybody out there diving into this industry. But yeah, back to what I was saying. This is a super DIY friendly product. You don't necessarily have to hire anybody to do it. Just hire out if you're like, yo, I am not dealing with this nonsense, and I'd rather have some crazy installer in my house and entertain me than me taking on the project myself. Watch that. Bloop. Professional. That's how you make it happen.